This cozy little cabin is located in one of the most unique hotels in the world. 1,300 feet underground. With this door behind me, 1,300 feet below the ground in an old abandoned slate mine is where we will be staying for the next 24 hours. And if you thought it was going to be easy, it's just taking the stairs all the way down, you'd be sadly mistaken. Located in North Wales in a small town is an old abandoned Victorian slate mine, aptly nicknamed the Slaughterhouse, due to its horrific working conditions and many tragedies that occurred whilst it was open.
Locally known as the Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse, abandoned mine in North Wales.
But more recently it has been turned into the world's deepest hotel and is now the perfect stay for adventure seekers. So joining me on this trip for his second appearance on this channel is my less attractive, less funny younger brother, and we were about to take the drive from Birmingham, England to North Wales. We're going to Wales! To our meeting point to start the 45-minute hike to the entrance of the mountain. You ready, mate? Yeah, boy. Here we go. We've got about a 45-minute walk until we get to the actual entrance of the mine itself, and then from there we will be heading down for about an hour to 2 hours until we get to where we are staying tonight. The landscape around here is absolutely amazing. Like stunning lakes surrounded by the hills and the mountains. Some steep bits to walk up, as you can tell by my breath a little bit, but it's unbelievable that this place is in the UK, especially when you come from more of a city area like I do. It's mad that this is basically on your doorstep. There he goes. Donut. As we come to the peak of the hike nearing the entrance, we come across a quaint little white cottage wrapped up in the surrounding mountains and gazing over the lake. In here we gear up and get a quick safety brief before carrying on towards the mine, ready for the long, intense descent into the darkness. As we headed through the entrance shaft into the mountain and with the door to the outside world locked behind us, we started to make our way into the dark. The floor is covered in water. And now we're going to make the descent down. We have a few zip lines and jumps to go down. Don't want to lose anyone. This was set to be more difficult than I first anticipated. Not only due to the obstacles we were set to face, but also I underestimated the time and steepness of the descent. It's going to take us about an hour to 2 hours to get all the way down. To get from floor to floor, the miners built themselves what are known as manways.
This is known as the stairway to hell. Stay in the middle of the steps. You can hold on to the metal chain, but don't let your life depend on it. And then just as you go down and around the corner, just watch your head because the ceiling comes quite low.
Oh, so close to banging my head. We gradually made our way down the first manway to the next chamber, down the unevenly spaced slippery steps, and I did not yet have full trust in the Wellington boots given to us for this journey, and you'll see my reasons for this were validated shortly.
These are so sketchy. These steps, so sketchy.
With each carefully positioned step to assure my footing, we slowly got closer and closer to the ground of the next level.
So steep. That's what I mean.
Now what you want to make sure is that this bit here is free of feet.
We've just done a test of like via ferrata across one of the walls, and now we're going to go down another one of the manways that looks a lot steeper because there's not really any steps for this one. So let's see how we get on. My quads for some reason are already aching coming down this. You can tell I haven't done much adventure in the past couple of months of being back in the UK. Go on, you start walking. Just don't go too fast because my legs are shaking.
I was honestly at this point wondering how difficult this was going to get, with my legs unexpectedly being affected right from the start. This journey down was looking to be a lot harder than I initially gave it credit for.
Mate, my legs are shaking.
30 now, that's small now. Oh, sorry.
Let's lift it over.
This felt so unusual to me. Was it going to get much worse? And was I going to reach a point where my legs just started to completely fail me? And with only being 15 minutes in, I'm sure we would soon find out.
This behind us now is like an old Victorian bridge, but we've got to do a step down from it as we're doing via ferrata, so one at a time.
Attached to the rope via ferrata, we took a step down onto the old rusted bridge, hanging off the wall above the seemingly bottomless pit below. A quick sidestep manoeuvre across and we'd reach the other side.
We've just come over the old Victorian bridge, and now we're going to crawl through a hole to get to the other side. Oh, that's the backpack that's going to squeeze me. Now we've got to head down this steep track down here, a long way down to the next floor. It's a lot steeper and more difficult than I actually thought it was going to be. A lot harder than I thought it was going to be. We've just come to the next obstacle now, which is an abseil down into a dark pit to get to the next level.
Again, if you just turn your hex torch off on me, please.
Remember which side it is? I'm trying to keep a smile for that long.
Sorry.
It's alright. I'm not used to smiling, that's the problem.
Right then, are you ready?
Yep, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, down. That was awesome.
Last up, it was my brother's turn to be lowered down, and with this abseil now done, we must have cut off a fair few meters on our descent to the bottom.
It looks a lot higher from down here than it does when you're up there, don't it?
Yeah, but I was, because you're looking at the...
Yeah, it's because you're looking up, but you can't really see when you're down there.
That way.
Yeah, that was awesome. We've just come down the abseil bit now. Now we've got to the floor where everything under this is underwater. So now we will be trekking through a lot of the water behind us.
Just named it off.
I was about to just walk through it. So now we're going across this beam on the floor, through the water, and holding onto this chain. Because if we fall in, we're going to get soaked now. What, really deep? I have to hold on to something as well, because you know what my balance is like on things like this. I have terrible balance, so I'm definitely holding on. I can't see. I'm blinding me with the light. I can't see anything. Stop pulling my chain. That's that.
I don't know if I made the same mistake.
All of this bit now is literally just trekking through water. Some was over pipes and that, and my balance is absolutely awful. But there is stuff to hold on to. Now the next bit we're going through can't be that deep because we're just going to walk through it anyway. There'll be like one deep bit here, mate. Yeah, that's a bit of
As we reached the end of the tunnels of water we had just waded through, we ventured through some more of the mine's lengthy tunnels, coming across leftover remnants of the old mining history, still apparent in this place after all these years. There were items dotted throughout the levels and chambers that reminded you that although it's now abandoned, this was once a very real active slate mine. And as we now found ourselves in a large chamber, we were about to get a small taste of what it was really like to work down here, meters under the ground, without any modern day privileges. We turned off our head torches and lit a candle to recreate the working conditions of years ago. And then I can't see a thing. This is literally all lights off, no head torches, nothing. I've never experienced this type of pure darkness before. I can't even see my hand like centimeters away from my face.
I'm just gonna put the candle back on.
Without turning the head torches back on, a few members of the group were given more candles to replicate the amount of light the miners would have when manoeuvring through the mine all them years ago. And these are modern style candles. The real ones that they would have used back then may not have even been this bright. And now with limited light hindering our senses and a fragile flame as our only lifeline, my brother leads the way for the group through the next set of tunnels as we try to avoid the low ceilings above and the jagged rusted pipes and rock beneath our feet.
I'm gonna stick on your pipe here.
We were previously told the story of a miner who was once trapped down here in the dark years ago and started to hallucinate and go a bit mad. When rescue finally came, they found him alive but with a bloodied Wellington boot, as the man proceeded to explain that his fingers and toes were talking to him, and though his fingers wanted to help him escape, his toe did not. So he proceeded to bash it in. And the part that I forgot to mention, he was down here for only around 1 day and wasn't even that far from the entrance.
burning your hand yet. The waxes. We've just come through this bit by candlelight to see how dark it was and how they used to come down here. Now we're carrying on the journey up through this hole here where they drained the water out years ago. I don't know how far we are from where we're actually staying now. It can't be too much further down. How deep does it say we are on your watch now?
251 metres.
251 metres. Can't be that much further.
Turns out we're still a good way above our accommodation, so we continued.
Water just goes straight down my back.
Soon coming across an unstable structured chamber we had to get through very quickly. And then heading down more pure slate stepped manways, slippy as hell as well.
Going down another manway now. Some of these are a little bit loose, and we've been told not to pull on the walls because it may come out.
We turned the corner to face a deep chasm, and our only way to the other side was via a zip line.
That was a bit easier than I thought.
Once across, we went straight down one last steep manway to reach the last level, winding through more tunnels before finally reaching our accommodation for the night over 1,300 feet below the ground.
So this is where we will be staying. We have 4 huts. There's a grotto around the corner. There is an eating area. And then we have a toilet. So it's all very basic stuff. It's mad to think that you're 1,300 feet below the ground. And this is where we are going to be spending the night.
After the long journey down, we finally took a seat to rest as we were given a quick briefing of the rules and polite practices down here, such as how to use the toilets properly with the 5-star crap flap available for our luxury experience. We've got all the way down now. We've checked into one of the cabins, any of them that was available to us. They are all exactly the same. And now we're going to go and get some food. And then it's basically time to turn in for the night. So let's go and get some food. It's just dehydrated packs down here. Very basic, but they're not going to have a kitchen 1,300 feet under the ground.
Thank you very much.
That's okay, and if you can't move
I'll start banging it. Nice one, mate.
So we've just finished dinner. It's about 11 o'clock now, so all that's left to do is go to sleep in these cozy beds, and then we get up tomorrow for breakfast at about 8 o'clock before we head back out the mine. So I will catch you all in the morning.
Good morning, people. So it's just coming up to 8 o'clock in the morning, and today we will be heading back up and out. I believe it's quite a intense climb to get back out because it's quicker to get out, which will mean it's steeper because of how long it took us to get down here. But for now, we're going to grab all of our stuff together, go for some breakfast, and then try and make our way back out to the surface again. That's it, it's time for us to head back out now. So we have a long, sweaty apparently trek heading back up to the top before we can get back to the outside world. Let's go. Hell of a lot of water.
That's it guys, we have just stayed in the deepest hotel in the world. If you enjoyed this adventure, like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and if you want more adventure, check out this video right here. So that's it, we've just had dinner now. Try not to make a sound.
Come here.